Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ba'd. Question 116. When I was praying Salat al-Dhuhr with a brother today, he told me that the one leading the prayer, the Imam, should be slightly ahead of the other person, although it was only two of us. This ultimately led to a gap between us while we performed the prayer. Is this correct? No, this is not correct. That which is correct is what was stated by Al-Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah in his Sahih, in his authentic collection. And remember, the fiqh of Al-Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah is found in the chapter headings. Al-Bukhari rahimahullah, he has the chapter in Sahih al-Bukhari, Bab, chapter, يقوم عن يمين الإمام بحذائه سواء إذا كان اثنين. A person should stand on the right side of the Imam, directly in line with him, if there are only two offering the congregational prayer. And under this chapter, Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah, he brings the hadith of Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma. And Ibn Abbas, he mentioned in this hadith, he said, ثم قام فجئت فقمت عن يساره فجعلني عن يمينه فصلى 5 ركعات إلى آخر الحديث. That Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma, he said, then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he woke up and he stood for the prayer, and I stood on his left side, but he placed me on his right side. And there comes in some wordings of the hadith of Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, like we find, for example, in the Musnad of Imam Ahmad with an authentic chain, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Ma sha'ni aj'aluka hidai." Why is it that I place you directly in line with myself, and I find that you are retreating, that you are going backwards? The Prophet ﷺ, he said this to Ibn Abbas. So from these texts, and other than this, Hafidukumullah, Naam. Likewise, we have the narration in Al-Muwatta, the authentic narration in Al-Muwatta of Imam Malik, that Abdullah ibn Utbah ibn Mas'ud, he said, دخلت على عمر ibn al-Khattab بالهاجرة. He said, I entered upon Umar ibn al-Khattab in al-Hajira, and I found that he was praying. فقمت وراءه, and I stood behind him. فقربني, but he brought me closer, meaning Umar radiallahu anh, حتى جعلني حذاءه عن يمينه, until he placed me directly in line with himself on his right. So now, as we see that which is apparent from the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we see established upon Umar radiallahu anh, that the sunnah, when it is only two that are praying in congregation, that the Imam and the person that is praying with the Imam stands on the right, directly in line with the Imam and next to him. As for the position that says that the one praying behind the Imam, when there are just two, that they stand behind the Imam, then even amongst themselves they differ. Some of them say that, they stand behind the Imam, behind the heel. Some of them say behind the ankle. Some of them mention just behind the Imam without any specific had distance. Now, but there is no proof for any of these opinions and any of these positions. Rather, we see that what is correct in this issue, wallahu a'lam, is what was stated by Al-Imam Al-Bukhari rahimahullahu ta'ala. Wa jazakum Allah khairan wa barakallahu feekum.